Yeah. You used to call me on my cell phone. Where Prudence? I will mute your whatever. Hello, Sharon, how are you? Okay, Prudence, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Sawa, no problem. I think we should begin before it gets dark, eh? And before Dennis comes. So Dennis anapoteza network.
Network inapotea, tutasoma akikuja.
So yeah, wacha kwanza ashughulike huko kwa safari as we sort it. Sharon, you can hear what you're saying? Are you able to hear?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
I can hear you, and you?
Okay, yeah, I can. Sawa. I think let's continue.
Okay,
now,
thank
so
you.
far, I think I've been able to share notes. What I've not been able to do is that I've not been able to share a video on the last notes that I gave out. That one I did share. So basically, I did the video today at school, but I would want to share, so at least I can try to describe some of the things that we've been able to do so far, and which I've not been able to explain to you meanwhile, as we wait for the video tomorrow. Sawa?
Yes.
Okay, Sawa. Lucy, how are you? So I think I'll just go straight into sharing. But so far, you understand what we mean by office management. It is just trying to look at ways under which you should be able, or ways under which you manage an office. And that's why at some point, we'll be able to look at the different people who work in different departments. Initially, we were able to define what office administration is. We're able to look at why office administration, or the distinction between office administration and office management. Now, management revolves around the actual clerical duties that are carried out in an organization. So up to that point, I think we had an audio where I think not actually an audio, we had a video where I explained basically everything on the same. So I want us to go to the last notes that, so up to that point, is there any issues that you have? Wapi to understand? Sharon?
Mimi niko sawa.
Okay.
Niko sawa.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we went through the principles of organizing. Now, I think where we had not captured is on the types of organization structure. I think that's where I had not shared the notes. So, Prudence, so far, any issues that you have?
The moment I still have none, but in case any arises, I will definitely let you know.
Okay, sawa, no problem. And what about Lucy?
Yes. No.
Any issues that
So
you
far,
have
so
so
good.
far?
No.
Okay, you're good, eh?
Mm.
Okay, sawa. Where is Esther today?
Oh, I haven't checked on her.
Okay, sawa, no problem. So I think now we'll go directly.
She's still at work.
Oh, she's still at work, eh?
Yes.
Ando wanangojanga
Yes,
network,
yes.
ando wanangojanga network yangu ianze kuhang hapo around 7, then they start telling me they can't hear me. So leo hawana bahati. Leo hawana bahati. So anyway, basically we shall go into the details. Just excuse me kidogo tu. So we'll go into the types of organization structure. And when we talk about the organization structure, what do we mean by organization structure, Prudence?
Organization structure is basically the plan which an organization has got that is based on the hierarchy of an organization, from the highest management level staff to the lowest management level staff.
Okay, yeah. Actually, it shows how authority is, how authority and responsibility is carried out in an organization. Maybe like you can have an instance of where we have got the main person on top, and that person, there are other people who work beneath him, and you know, it shows the levels of responsibilities, yeah, and also shows the different people in an organization and the different types of responsibilities that they have to carry out. Please don't whatever echo. So we've got different types of this organization structure. And, you know, we say it's defined as a way, a logical arrangement of how tasks and the relationship and roles among the various positions that are established to carry out the activities necessary to achieve the objectives of the organization. So basically it refers to that systematic way under which duties, responsibilities, and relationships that exist among the different positions that we have in an organization, and also the activities that will help the organization to achieve its objectives. Now we've got different types. One of the main type, actually we've got 5 types. We've got what we call the line organization structure. Now, line organization structure is it refers to that structure where things are done in a systematic manner. I'm sure most of us have seen the army. Just hold on. Most of us have seen the military when they are or maybe when the president is inspecting a guard of honor. Have you seen that?
Mm.
Yeah, the way they stand in a straight line. Okay? Yeah, so military actually is one of the oldest forms of organization structure, and it revolves around you know, the authority normally comes from above going to, or it comes from up going down, as in the authority starts from up and it goes to other levels. Yeah, So we've got what we call the line organization, or what we call the military, and it's one of the oldest forms of internal organizational structure. And of course, there's a history of where it came from. However, this kind of structure is straight and vertical, and the instructions or the directions come from the top management, for example, from the general manager going to other people who work below him. Okay, and I think I was able to share a chart on the same, where we had the board of directors. We have the managing director who reports to the general manager. Beneath him, we've got the marketing manager, the production manager, we've got the finance manager, and under him, there are other small categories. So line basically refers to the authority coming from top, going to coming from the top management to other subordinates. And I was able to share that chart, which gives an explanation of the same. So some advantages of this kind of a structure is that it is very, very simple in terms of to understand. You're able to see that the information is coming from there, perhaps the board of directors, to the managing directors, then to the marketing manager, the production manager, the human resource manager. So there's a systematic way under which information flows. Therefore, it is very easy for you to understand it. Also, we say there is a prompt decision. Prompt decision means that since every manager at their own level, they make decisions, therefore issues that would be affecting the subordinates are easily resolved and decisions are promptly made. Also, we say it is economical in terms of it is cheap, and experts are not appointed, as in it only revolves around the people who will actually do the task. We don't have expertise who are put on board to be part of this structure. Also, there's an attraction to talented person. Now, this is where it brings out the talented employees or the workers and develop them quality of leadership, or rather, it offers an opportunity for self-development. For example, at your place, this one, Prudence, Prudence?
Yes.
Okay, at your place, I know, because I know this is a corporate, at NHC,
Yes.
I think you are able to see, like, for example, if you were to pursue whatever you're pursuing now, yeah, is there a certain position that you can fit in once you're done training?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and the reason why you can fix, I mean, why you're able to see that, because there's that simplicity, yeah, the way the structure has been put, you are able to know, is there an opportunity, and if that opportunity was to arise, perhaps be considered. Okay, that's what we are saying. It allows for self-development. Then we've also said that it's got its own disadvantages. Some of its disadvantages is that there's a lot of heavy burden on line executive. Heavy burden means what? You know, decisions have to be made by the executives. Therefore, nothing much will happen until this executive make certain decision. Yeah. So therefore, as a result of that, yeah, these decisions may delay or may suffer, or the executives would suffer due to heavy burden of the duties and the responsibilities that they have been given. Also, we say it also allows for favorism. Favorism in what sense? Yeah, because in case maybe you work for a certain supervisor, or you work for a certain line manager. This person might be able to, they might be able to, people might also abuse this opportunity, and therefore there are some people who might become culprits of favorism, and others might actually act in frustration. And also there's too much dependence on executive. You could remember, these are the people who make decisions. So you cannot move until the executive make certain decision. And therefore, this might be, or this reliance of this management or the executive would have an impact to an organization. For example, I don't know whether you've been to places where you are told, oh, we cannot pay because the MD is not around. Sharon, have you ever seen that?
Yes.
Yeah, you go to, you go somewhere and you want to, you're asking for payment, and the excuse you get is that the MD is not there. There was an issue with that payment, so we cannot be able to resolve because the MD is not there. So therefore, it means, if the MD is not there, certain decisions cannot be made because there's too much dependence on the executive. Okay. Then also we say that this system has got delays in communication. Delays in what sense? Yeah, delays because there's limited freedom to employees, because remember, this information is coming up, or decisions are made by the executive, or instructions are coming up from the executive to the subordinates. Therefore, sometimes we could have cases of delay. Yeah, and this delay, automatically will lead to, of course, the poor performance of the organization, or it would affect the objectives of that particular organization. Then we've got another form of a structure, which we call the functional structure. Now, functional, I'm seeing here, Jacqueline is saying she can't access. I don't know, maybe somebody will tell her, can we send her the link for her to access? Maybe Prudence, can you send her the link for her to be able to access?
Okay.
Yeah. So we also have got another method, which we call the functional. This one was, it came, or the original of this particular structure is from somebody called F.W. Taylor. And according to him, this particular structure was introduced, yeah, and the actual essence behind it was to allow specialization. Specialization means what? People who do certain activities, yeah, are grouped together. For example, if you go to a factory, people who have certain skills are grouped together, yeah, and they receive instructions from one boss. And that one boss also is specialized in that particular field. Yeah, now functional revolves around the specific duties that you perform as a result of specialization. Specialization means that you are able to perform these duties according to how, or maybe, for example, if you're a customer care consultant, you're able to perform your duties effectively as a result of you having been trained. So you take people who have certain skills in that particular area. Yeah, and these functions are created. For example, we have the personnel department, which will look after the recruitment, selection, training, wage, yeah, of all persons in that organization. Then similar will be the position of the other departments, maybe like the production department, which will look for people who have been trained in that particular area. Of course, here we've got different structures. We've got the foreman. Now, foreman means one of the people of, just try to imagine a factory where we've got, before you make up a product. For example, if you manufacture furniture, and before you make that furniture, there are certain things that you need to do. One of it is to be able to plan. Plan means what? Plan means you need to look at the time and the costs that will be that particular product. If you're making let's say you're making a stool, yeah, or a chair. So there's a planning department whose work is to be able to ensure that this particular item, how long will it take for it to be complete? Also, there are people also under planning or in that particular department whose work will be able to look at the exact methods or the exact tools that would be used when you are doing that particular assignment. Also, we shall have a route clerk or maybe somebody who is in charge of trying to look at, for that particular chair, how many stages will it go through for it to be considered as a final product? So we've got different under functional, we've got the planning department, we've got the shop level. Now the shop level is where you look at the different, or you look at the various machines and tools that are used for a particular piece of. Now, we're only giving you an example of a production department. Otherwise, when you look at it in other areas, it might not be necessarily this. Because, for example, I don't know, Sharon, at your place of work, but I know you also have planning. Don't you have planning? Sharon?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, I think that chef of yours,
Yes.
is called who? Felix. Or Robert?
No, Hannington. Hannington.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that chef, before he prepares that meal, yeah, he normally plans, get to know, yeah, when we buy 3 bags of unga chapo, how many chapos will come from that bag? Sindio? Yeah, he also gets to know how much time how much time is required to make those chapos, so that if there's a chef who is working under him, he will not spend the whole day making chapos, saying that, today I've done 3 bags of chapos, and yet those bags are supposed to be done in 1 hour. So there's that actual planning. Yeah, so this planning that we're talking about does not just revolve around a factory. It also revolves around the most of the organizations that we work for. So what are some of the advantages of this functional? Is that it facilitates or it allows specialization. Specialization refers to a situation whereby people get to do things that they are trained in. Like now, next time when you guys will be looking for jobs, I don't think you'll be looking for jobs for accountants, because that's not your area of specialization. You'll be looking for jobs that are customer related or customer service related jobs. Also, we say it allows or it ensures effective supervision, in the sense that people who work for these people who work, remember you have got an overall boss. Yeah, so this boss is able to supervise the different tasks that have been allocated to the subordinates. Also, the advantage also of this method is that we say it is unsuitable to non-manufacturing activities. Okay, so this actual functional is normally used in a manufacturing or in a production company. As I was saying, I don't think it is going to be suitable at NHC, where this whatever Prudence, would this method be applicable at NHC?
It really wouldn't.
Yeah,
Maybe at the factory, but not in the head office.
exactly. Yeah, that's what you are saying. Eh? This method can only work in mostly a manufacturing company. Also, we say it also brings about conflict among the foremen. Yeah, foremen ni wale wafanyakazi wanafanya kwa factory. Yeah, because there are delays in decision making, and there is a limited discipline between the or within the department. Now we've got the line and the staff structure. Now this line and staff organizational structure, this revolves around where the executives and the staff. Now this staff is not the ordinary staff. We are looking at expertise. Yeah, so this is a structure where you have two, or there is the management and also specialists who are combined. Yeah, the executives are the doers, whereas the staff refers to the experts and thinkers. Yeah, so this kind of a chart which I've shared shows how it works. I don't know whether there's a time in the Ministry of Finance long time ago. I don't know whether you guys were born by that time. The ministry, the government decided to appoint some people who are called the expert. What are they called, Sharon? Did you get to hear that one? The dream team. Sharon, did you ever hear that? The dream team.
I can't hear you, Sha.
I'm saying, long time ago, there was under most ministries, government ministries, there was a team of expertise that was put on board. And this team was referred to as the dream team. They were bringing on board certain experts.
So unapotea.
Napotea wapi? Aya, unanisikia sasa? So unanisikia?
Sahi nimekusikia.
So what happened is,
Sahi nakusikia.
What happened is this team walikuwa wameletwa on board by the government, and their main role was to perform certain duties. And they were actually reporting to the executives of those particular ministries. They were called the dream team. I don't know whether you got to hear about them. Did you ever hear about them? Yes or no?
Nope.
Okay, Prudence, did you ever hear about these people? Do you have the, I think
No.
at NHC, you must be having this kind of people who come there with certain expertise, knowledge. Prudence?
Oh, the ones that I might know, not necessarily the dream team, but maybe talk of the auditors.
The auditors, no. Auditors are just general people, yeah. So you might find that maybe in your, maybe like you see when you guys came up with these prefabs, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there was a team that was actually reporting or was working hand in hand with the CEO.
Yes.
Now that's what we call the line and the staff organization, where you've got a combination of both the executives and these people that you're calling the thinkers or the executive. Okay, so I think my time is running out. I've got less than 10 minutes. Let me see what I can do in those 10 minutes. So under these characteristics of that line and staff organization, is that planning, there's normally planning, and there's also that aspect of execution. Planning means that you have to think, you have to come up with ways under which you're going to operate. Also, there's a role of authority. This means that the line managers have authority to make certain decisions that they are concerned with. So this expertise can make decisions that they feel are deemed or are important for that organization. Then we have the merits, or the advantage of it is that there is fewer burden to the executive. Remember, this expertise sometimes have to make certain decisions. Therefore, there is not too much of a reliance on the executive. Then one of its main advantage is that the services of expertise, the services of the expertise is available. Then there's normally very limited tension between the line managers, because some of this tension is taken away by these executives. Then the disadvantages is that there's a delay in decision making, because you have to consult the expertise and they have to give their feedback, and as a result of that, it's only when you can make a decision. Also, there could be conflict between the line managers and also the expertise. Also it has got internal they say internal discipline is affected. And this is as a result of, this expertise also feel like they are also part of management. And sometimes you might not tell them what to do. And therefore would have cases of indiscipline, which might end up affecting the organization, and their objectives perhaps might not be made. Just give me a second. Okay, so that are some of the advantages and the disadvantages. Then, of course, there's something that we had raised there on the conflict between line and the staff managers. That's what we are talking about, the disadvantages. We have some got some arguments which I don't want to talk about, because actually this is sometimes when I give you people notes, I give you notes beyond what you should also cover, because I just feel it is important for knowledge. Otherwise perhaps that could not is not part of our course outline. So there's something else that I think I want to talk about in the next video, or in the next Zoom, in the next few minutes. Then we see, so that I'm able to complete that particular topic that I've also shared the notes with today. So that is on the organization structure. So I'm going to end the video, and after that, the Zoom, then I'm gonna ask you to join again. And from there, we'll be able to continue with that particular part on the organizational charts, okay? So which I'll ask you guys to join in the next few. That's all. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe in the next like 10 minutes, I'll call for another Zoom. Okay, so